Hi guys, in this video we will be talking about labor statistics. So the four aspects of labor statistics that we're going to be looking at is employment, unemployment, labor force, and unemployment rate. And hopefully by the end of this video you will have a better understanding of what each of these mean, and you can also know how to calculate them. So the first thing that we're going to be looking at is the labor force. Now this is the civilian non-institutional population 15 years of age and over who are employed or unemployed. So in simpler words, it's pretty much everyone who is over the age of 15 years old and they are either employed or unemployed. So it is calculated by the number of employed plus the number of unemployed. So if we want to take an example, and let's say we have a working population of 120. And we have an employment of 90. So there are 90 people who are employed. And then we have 20 people who are unemployed. So to get the labor force, all we would do is take the number of employed, and we will add the number of unemployed. And this would equal 110. So 110 is the labor force here. Now, of course, to calculate the labor force, we have to have a better understanding of what we exactly mean when we say the number of employed and the number of unemployed. Like, how do we determine who is considered employed and who is considered unemployed? So let's get into that. So first, we're going to look at employed. So those who are employed are those who do any work for pay or profit or have a job and were absent from work. So this could either mean that they have a part-time job or full-time job, or it can mean that they're self-employed, or this can also mean that they have a job but they're just not currently working. This could be due to many factors. Either it could be illness or disabilities, or it could be personal or family responsibilities, or even if they're just on vacation. We can calculate the employment rate by taking the number of employed and dividing it by the working age population and multiplying that by 100. So keep in mind the working age population, as said before, is everyone who is the age of 15 years old and over. So if we take a look at our previous example and we want to calculate the employment rate, what we would do is take the number of employed. So the number of employed was 90. And we will divide this by the working age population, which was 120. And then we will multiply this by 100. And the answer that we get is going to be the employment rate, which is 75%. 75% is the employment rate. Next, we're going to look at unemployment. Now, unemployment is a little bit more difficult. People who are considered unemployed are those who are available for work and are either on temporary layoff or have been looking for work for the past 4 weeks. So there are many different categories of unemployment, and the three main ones are frictional unemployment, which means that they are unemployed due to change in location, job, or career. So they just either move to like a different city and they're still looking for work there. It could also be for structural unemployment, which is unemployment as a result from mismatch between skills workers can offer and skills in demand. So for instance, if somebody has a degree in a specific area field, but there is just no demand for that degree in the work field at the moment. And then we have cyclical unemployment, which is unemployment caused by short-term economic fluctuations. Now, this could be that the economy is in a recession and there's just not enough jobs available for people at the moment, and a lot of people are getting laid off. Now, there are some people who will not be considered unemployed, and these are people who are not looking for work. So in order to be considered unemployed, it is very important that you are actually looking for work. So if you're not looking for work, this could either be because you are retired, or you're a student, or you're a housewife or house husband, so you're just not looking for work at all. You will not be considered unemployed then. Another one is discouraged workers. So these are people who have looked for work in the previous year, but they have given up looking because of the condition of the labor market. So it's just been very difficult for them to find a job, and they eventually just stopped looking because they feel like they're unable to find any work, and so they don't even bother searching anymore. So the unemployment rate is calculated as the number of unemployed divided by the labor force times 100. So continuing on with our previous example, if we wanted to calculate the unemployment rate, what we would do is take the number of unemployed. So that was 20. And then we will divide this number by the labor force. And the labor force that we calculated was 110. And we are going to multiply this by 100. And the answer that we get is 18%. And so 18% is going to be the unemployment rate. And here I just have another diagram so you can have a better understanding of how you can determine who will be considered employed, unemployed, or not in labor force. And that brings me to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed the video, so thank you for watching.